I'm Deb, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Yoga Bites with Deb. Today we have a practice that focuses on strengthening that back side of the body. So we'll be doing poses that like locust pose, we'll be doing bridge pose, but also we'll be doing like some warrior one where we're going to just focus on the back of our body, or a high lunge. So there's no props needed today, and I hope you'll join me in child's pose. Come into child's pose. Toes together, knees a little bit wider apart. Sink back towards your heels and either stack your fists and rest your forehead onto your fists or lower your forehead to the mat. If you have trouble getting the buttocks to come all the way back, you could have a rolled up blanket and place it behind your knees. Whatever works for you. We want to connect with our breath and connect into the back side of our body. So as you inhale, nice big breath, feel the breath expanding through the low back as well as through the belly. As you exhale, you release. If you're having trouble connecting with that expansion into the back side of the body, try drawing that belly in while you inhale. And exhale, release. And then we're going to bring our hands up onto hands and knees. Inhale to that cow belly, head and tailbone up, belly soft. Exhale as we draw the belly in and tilt the head and tailbone down. So just notice the back, the spine, the muscles of the back. Coming to that flat back, walk your hands slightly forward, shift the hips forward into a plank on our knees, and then slowly come down onto our belly. Forearms come into the mat, push the ground away, squeeze the shoulder blades back, lengthen the spine. So again, connecting with that backside body. How does the spine feel? Right down towards the tailbone where we're compressing here. And then slowly release down. We're going to take our hands down by our sides, press the palms into the mat, rest your forehead on the mat, or if you prefer, your chin. Draw the belly in and let one leg just float off the mat in a half locust pose. So squeezing the leg up, seeing if you can get the thigh to lift, doing the best you can. Release down, keep that belly drawn in, strong core, switch legs. Releasing down. Extend your arms above you, thumbs point up towards the ceiling. Forehead is either rested or you're just kind of looking down at that mat. And then we're going to exhale and let right leg and left arm lift up. And then inhale lower and switch sides. So squeezing up. And then can we lift both legs, both arms? Plug the arms into the shoulder sockets, nice and strong. Maybe bend the elbows out to the sides. Imagine you can get your elbows to touch. Float up maybe a little bit higher. Keep breathing. And then release your hands down, pressing back through child's pose. And then hands and knees, curl the toes under, knees up, tilt back, downward facing dog. Hug those elbows in. Let's pedal out our dog. Into our down dog. Again, lengthen the spine, hug the elbows in, draw that belly in. And we're just going to come up onto the toes, look forward, and just walk all the way up to the top of our mat, to our forward fold. Let's bend our knees, take our hands to our hips, roll the shoulders back, come into that nice flat back. Belly is in, and then hinge forward. Inhale the arms up, bring the palms to the heart. Inhale as we come up. Exhale, bend the knees to dive forward. Plant the hands onto the shins as we lengthen. Lower the hands down, stepping that left foot back. We're coming into warrior one. So feet are hip distance apart. We want everything to face the front of the mat as we come up. Raise those arms up. So root the back foot down. Turn to face forward, gazing at one point. So we're focusing on that back side. So focus on your spine. How does it feel? We're going to pick up the back heel, turn the toes facing forward now into our crescent lunge. Bend deeply into the front knee. Bend into the back knee slightly. Stack hips over the knee a little bit. And then tilt back. Maybe straighten the back leg a little bit. Maybe bring your palms towards one another. Maybe interlace the fingers. Point the index finger up. Then we're going to release those palms. Belly is in, and we're going to swing the arms back and tilt the torso. From here, bring that back foot in a little bit. Root down, gaze at one point. Maybe it's on the floor just in front of you. And come into our warrior three posture. Sometimes I like to place my hands on my hips. Keep drawing that back hip down, so that left hip down. Step back. Once again, high lunge. Bring those hands down. Let's step into our plank pose, nice and strong. Pelvic floor up, belly in. Of course, you can drop to your knees. We can all drop to our knees. We can all lower to our bellies. Roll the shoulders back. Come into a cobra, baby cobra, or a little bit higher. Release back. Press through a child's pose. And then come back to downward facing dog. Coming up onto our toes, nice and high, bending our knees. Look forward and step or walk to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Bend the knees, hands to the hips, roll the shoulders back. Nice flat back comes up, inhale. Palms come to your heart as you exhale. Inhaling up. Exhale to dive forward. Hands towards those shins. Lengthen, plant the hands. Right foot steps back again. Warrior one. So feet are about hip distance apart. Bend into the front knee. Gaze up. Now come onto the toes of the back foot. Maybe you even take a step back a little bit. You might bend those knees, both knees. You might press the palms together. You might interlace the fingers the opposite way. Root down, lengthen up, perhaps lean back. Check in again with the back side of the body. How's it feeling? Strong. Release the hands. Start to swing the torso and the arms slowly back, nice and lengthened. Come up onto a little step closer, maybe the hands to the hips. Warrior three, flex the foot. Extend the arms if you like. Keep drawing that right hip down. Step back. Raise the arms up. Bring those hands down. Step into your plank, nice and strong. We can lower all the way down, or we could flow through chaturanga, lower halfway or less. Uncurl the toes to cobra or up dog, and then all the way back into downward facing dog. Stepping, walking to the top of our mat. Bending our knees, swing those arms back, and then lift up into a chair pose. Sink down, bellies in. Again, focus on the back of our body today. Bring the palms together. Let's just take a twist. Belly is in. So I'm going to twist my left to begin. Right arm hooks to the outside of my left knee. Press the palms together. See if I can twist a little bit more. Bring yourself back through center and then twist the other way. Come back through center, raise those arms up. Exhale to dive forward. Once again, hands on the shins. Plant the hands down, stepping into our plank. Hold nice and strong in plank. You're welcome to lower the knees down. Pelvic floor up, belly in. Maybe we lift one foot off the mat. Strengthen. Lower. Other foot. Lower. Bend to your knees. Press to a brief child's pose. And then we're just going to flip on over to our backs to come into bridge pose. Coming down on our backs, hands by our sides, walk those feet in about hip distance apart, maybe a little bit wider. Pelvic floor up, belly in, lift, buttocks up, peel each vertebrae up. Come up as high as you can. So let's make this a little active. Focus on backside of our body. Squeeze the buttocks up high. Notice what's going on with the backs of your thighs, your hamstrings. Now let's drop the buttocks down a little and pulse up. Drop a little, pulse up. One more time, pulse up, hold. And then maybe clasp your hands underneath, tuck the shoulders underneath. Lift up, squeeze. No pressure into your neck, bouncing on the head and the shoulders. Keep breathing. Release the hands, unclasp, slowly lower down. Take your feet as wide as the mat, little windshield wipers. And then we're going to walk those feet in. Let's cross right knee on top of the left, extend those arms out. Pick up the buttocks, shift over to the right side, leaning onto that left hip as we drop the knees to the left and maybe turn our head to the right. So again, we're in this twist. Notice how it feels for the back of the body. Bring the head to center. Bring the knees up. Untwist. Let's go to the other side. Left knee on top of right knee. Shift over to the left side. Lean onto the right hip mostly. And then drop those knees to the right and maybe turn your head to the left. So your shoulders stay rested on the mat. Bring your head to center, bring your knees to center, untwist. We're gonna roll to our side, slowly come up to have a seat. And we're just gonna end in our bound angle pose, soles of the feet together, knees drop out to either side, and you decide how close or how far away you want this to be. We're going to round forward again. Maybe we're coming into actually this diamond shape, more of a tortoise pose where we can round forward. You can take your hands onto your shins, your forearms onto your shins and round the spine, or you could tuck your hands underneath the shins, palms face up. And breathe again into the back side of the body. And slowly release up. And that is our yoga bite for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the practice. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Have a fantastic day.